up, Sauce Gang, and welcome back to the channel. Hot Sauce Beats here with what's gonna be a hilarious reaction to you. It's been a minute since we've checked out Haminations, but they dropped a brand new video called Forced Family Camping. Now, chat, as someone who grew up camping, I absolutely love it. However, I have kids that are not a big fan of camping, and they also feel forced, but we do it anyways, chat, and I'm hyped to jump into this, and we ready to laugh. But before we do, can you please show Haminations some love by subscribing to their channel, chat? You know the deal. We're trying to get to 250,000 subs, so if you haven't yet joined the Sauce Gang, stop playing around. Please smash that subscribe and like button. It's absolutely free and it greatly helps the channel. But enough talking. Let's get to reacting. Now roll that bomb-ass intro, chat. Pew!
Hot Sauce Beats is finally here. Hot Sauce Beats is finally here. Eat, sleep, make beats. Eat, sleep, make beats.
Hot Sauce Beats! Woo-hoo! Ho, 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 ho. It's not Christmas time. Why are we doing that? What up, Bryson?
It's time!
Jesus, that's how you
What
set up
just
camping.
happened? Hi, I'm Bryson, and I'm a homebody. I love to read, build Legos, draw, write, relax indoors, play games, and spend too much time on that damn phone. However, my polar opposite mom has a strong sense of adventure and would often drag her ungrateful children into the wilderness to make memories and have adventures together, which I like to call forced family fun. Trademark. Ugh, I want to go home and watch a movie. Hikes are stupid. What was that, honey?
Oh, snap.
I mean, I love the woods.
Oh, Mama's not playing.
Keep hiking. That's right, dear. I can't complain too much, though. We would use a camper on our family trips, so we weren't truly
Mama
roughing
ain't
it.
playing,
It was
chat.
definitely nicer than sleeping in a tent on the ground and ruining your back. Looks like they got you doing the easy camping, huh, Cupcake?
Looks like they
I just
got you
got back
doing
from
the
a 42-night
easy
camping
camping.
trip in the mountains where I ate nothing but tree bark and slept on a tarp on top of sharp rocks and pine cones. And then I
Jeez.
hiked 50 miles every day. Okay. As a mandatory camping trip approached, Brody decided that it might be more fun if he invited
gonna
the
be
girl
sick.
he had recently started dating.
Oh, wow.
Hey, want to go out into the wilderness and be trapped in a cramped space with me and my rambunctious family for a week?
And Jen made the insane decision to say yes because I
wow.
guess she loves my brother. Again, insane.
Is this worth it?
The next night, we were playing a board game.
Stop! I needed that one!
You snooze, you lose. That's how the game goes.
Wait, is that the last brownie? You had 2 and I only had 1! Let me have it! That's it!
Then
Oh,
brother
God.
looked for a blunt object to attempt to bludgeon me with, as brothers often do. He
Not the
grabbed
guitar?
Jen's ukulele and held it like a hammer, threatening to hit me. Imagine this. You're stranded in the wilderness with a family of tweakers and no cell service. And your boyfriend's dumb little brother is about to ruin one of your prized possessions. In that moment, Jen's sanity had finally had enough, and her
wow.
soft-spoken, polite nature vanished.
Brother, no! Put that down, no!
That's
Wow.
when we knew she could handle anything Brody could
She's
throw
part
at
of
her.
the family.
But could we handle everything this trip would throw at us? Mom dragged us out of bed to go on a freezing river hike. So, we rented these special skin-tight wetsuits that would conserve our body heat while hiking through the river. I hated hikes, but
I
there
love
was
hiking.
no getting out of a forced family fun adventure. So, I decided to make
You
the
can't
most of it as
hide.
we were hiking down. I discovered that the suit could hold air if I breathed into it, and I devised a plan to make it back down the river. Work smarter, not harder. Speaking of river adventures, years before on another family trip, we were playing in a river and found a section of smooth stone with water running over it that you could go down just like a water slide. My brothers went and made it look so fun. Then it was my turn. As I started to slide, I got cold feet and tried to bail. I desperately grabbed at a rock, but the current was too strong. I couldn't pull myself up.
Oh, he's gonna go down
The rushing
on
water
his chest.
blasted at
Oh,
me
that's gonna
until...
hurt. Oh.
At least everyone else had
Okay,
fun
so he was
because
okay.
they were mocking me, like a loving family does.
That's what
Fast
families
forward
are
years
for,
later,
chat.
and we were enjoying a trip by the lake. Since we were discouraged from using our damn phones, Dad brought the next best thing, an RC boat. My brothers took turns racing it around, bumping it into each other, and making it go full speed into a wave, causing it to tumble across the water. You know, proper boat etiquette. I could just tell that my
Easy.
brothers were going to
Proper
break
boat
the
etiquette.
boat with how crazily they were driving it. I, however, was going to drive it carefully and responsibly like the well-adjusted young man I was. I was not going to engage in such juvenile, uncouth behavior. I
look like
kept the
ants.
boat away from the waves and closer to the shore to keep it safe and secure, and despite driving it like a grandma, the propeller hit a rock and shattered. Dad, I'm so sorry. It's okay, son. We can still fix it.
Brody, was
I
that
don't
his
feel
name?
that bad, though, because most of
Right?
Dad's RC
Isn't
toys
it
were
Brody?
killed by Dad's own poor judgment.
Or is that the brother?
I get at least one freebie. Time
Dude,
to drive
it's
this
been a
new
while.
fancy RC car right in front of all of the family dogs. Well, at least they can't reach the plane. Doggone it! We walked out to the beach
Wow.
and set up some shade to just chill out at the lakeside for a while. I needed a place to leash Bo, but it was all just sand. Luckily, I thought ahead and brought a sand anchor. We screwed it into the ground and patted the sand down tight, and leashed the beast to it. Huzzah! Another obstacle conquered by the great Bryson's gift of foresight. we
Bryson,
were
you
having
done.
fun swimming, playing spike ball, and flying kites, when suddenly Bo target locked on a family with a dog.
What did I say, Brody? Is it just
Well,
Bo?
good thing he's leashed up.
It is
My
just Bo.
foresight, however,
B-E-A-U?
did not account for this.
Oh, snap, crackle, pop!
Put yourself in
He's
that family's
loose.
shoes. You've just witnessed a 90-pound pit bull break out of its industrial-grade restraints by doing a pop shove it, and is now barreling towards you at full speed. What is your next move?
Scream and run.
Fortunately, Bo is friendly and just wanted to play, so I didn't have to clean up another massacre. That stunning 360 maneuver has become crystallized in time in our family history. I'm more impressed than anything, honestly. It's the most graceful acrobatic thing he's ever done. One of the few saving graces of being forced to live in a camper for a weekend is camping food, especially our traditional first night meal. Tinfoil dinners. It's made with basic ingredients,
good.
but something about cooking it in the fire scratches that caveman itch in my brain and makes it taste way better than it should. And my other favorite camping food is woofums. You form some biscuit
Woofums.
dough over your woofum stick, roast it over the fire,
Oh, we've
and
made
when you
these.
take it off the stick,
Put
it has
Nutella
a
and stuff
perfect
in it.
pocket to fill with scrambled cheesy eggs and bacon.
Oh.
Why are they called woofums?
We put chocolate, either chocolate and Nutella,
Because you woof 'em
Strawberries,
down. I get
and
it.
then Cool Whip on them. Oh, okay.
And we even made
Okay,
Dutch
then.
oven pizza once. That was true fine dining in the wilderness. But of course, we also did the classics, like roasting hot dogs by the fire. I had just finished cooking my hot dog
Chestnuts
to perfection.
roasting
It had
on
a
an open
beautiful,
fire.
even crispiness all around it. I put it in a bun and went to the table where the condiments were. It was dark, so I grabbed what I thought was the ketchup and covered my hot dog with it. But the texture was off. I brought my hot dog into the firelight to see that it was relish, which I hate. My perfectly cooked hot dog was ruined.
Trash!
My blood boiled. I was overwhelmed with rage, and I let out a scream that every camper within a mile could hear. Fudge!
Fudge nuggets!
Only I didn't say fudge. I said the word, the big one, the F-dash-dash-dash word. To make my night even more f***ing
Four.
perfect, when we were cooking s'mores later, I had finally gotten my marshmallow to a perfect even golden brown, and Braden whacked his skewer into my marshmallow, causing it to fall in the fire. Then, that night, as I was just about to get into the shower, Braden pushed me aside and jumped in. This was the final straw. Enjoy your shower, Braden. Forever.
It's the final countdown.
For our next trip with our extended family, we all rented ATVs so we could tear up the sand dunes. Later in the day, Brody and I wanted to go on another
Dang,
excursion,
that's a nice
but the big
camping
ATV
trip,
was
bro.
being used by my parents. So we asked to borrow our grandparents' ATV, and they said yes. And off we went on an adventure.
Oh, they're
now,
gonna
I
break
didn't
it.
know this,
They're
but
gonna
this
break it.
ATV was narrower than the bigger one I was used to. So I
tips
went to do
over.
a power slide just like I had done before, but since it was narrower, the ATV tipped on its side. As it tipped, Brody reached out, attempting to parry the earth itself
Oh,
and
his arm's
prevent us
broken.
from tipping. His ego was damaged far more than his arm was. We tried our best,
Oh,
but
good.
we couldn't tip it right side up, and the sun was starting to set. We can't tip it, and it's getting dark, and we're gonna die and get eaten by coyotes.
Coyotes are the least of your worries out on these dunes.
This dune.
Luckily, another ATV drove by, Brody waved him down, and the guy helped us tip it back up. After that, I had lost my appetite for driving. My need for speed, one might say. So Brody drove us back to the campsite and told everyone what happened. And everyone made fun of me, like
Pointed
a
and
loving
laughed.
family does. For the next trip, we were gonna go on a slot canyon hike. So I once again used my wonderful gift of foresight and bought little boots to keep Bo and Dixie's paws cool on the hot rocks. And to eat up the other fashionless dog. Despite being an old grandma dog, Dixie loved hiking with us. However, it definitely was tiring for her. So much so that when she found a shady spot, she wouldn't even bother with the quadruple spin process to lie down. She would just stop
lay down.
holding herself up and plop down on the ground to start resting as soon as possible.
I'm taking a nap. I'm taking a nap here. Good night.
Whenever we would go hiking, Dixie had to be with us. She refused to be left at the campsite. She would run back and forth between the people in the front and the people in the back during the hikes. It was always so sweet how she insisted on being around us, and whenever a camp trip was over and she saw us start packing up, she would plant herself in the cars and refuse to get out. I'm coming whether you like it or not, and also I call shotgun. After that trip, she was exhausted. She literally
look at
rested
the
for like 2
cute
weeks.
tiny little doggy.
But to her, it was worth it
Cute
just to
tiny
be
little
with
doggy.
us. I'll always cherish the time we got to spend with her. Last year, Dixie passed away. I'll love and miss her forever. Goodbye, Dixie. You were the quintessential family dog, sweet, protective, and loyal. You'll live on in our hearts forever. Dogs are not with us our whole lives, but they make our lives whole. In conclusion, I'm glad my mom forced us to take adventures. I actually love hiking now. We made so many fun family memories that I'll cherish forever. Except for that time Dixie got sprayed by a skunk.
Oh, I bet that thing smelled for a month.
What is that? I can't breathe! I'm gonna die! Although, when Bo passes away, I might have to go full John Wick mode.
Excuse me, chat.
I'm taking this! Don't you ever pull a stunt like that again! And I'm taking this as
Tell
well!
GOD what's up.
I wanna apologize.
I'm so sorry. Oh. Oh, Dixie.
What's up, everybody?
07's
It's
to
your
Dixie,
boy,
chat.
Bryson. I
07's
hope you
in the
enjoyed
comments.
This radical video about our family camping stories. It's hard to believe that I've been doing storytime animations for 9 years. I'm about to be 25 years old. That number is getting serious. And yet, here I still am, goofing off. But whatever, I'm embracing my goofy nature. Heaven forbid a white boy get a little silly with it. Anyways,
Get a
thanks to
little
my family
silly
for
with it.
supporting me. Thanks to Dixie for being the best nanny dog ever. Thanks to Bo for being a freeloading butter thief. Thanks to my team for their amazing artistic interpretations of my stories. And thanks to you for watching.
Peace out, chat. All right, let me bring you in. Hey, babe, you moving fast. Just moving like lightning. All right, chat, dude. We haven't reacted to Haminations in a hot minute. I absolutely love this, and I just empathize so much with this because, yeah, usually people don't want to go camping, but as someone who truly loves camping, and I can't say I do it a lot because it's been a little over a year. God, I hate to say that out loud, but I love it. Just getting out in nature and kind of decompressing, and also getting away from being attached to electronics. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of like a fresh reset, and it feels good, and I can't wait. I can't wait. We're definitely going hiking this year, and I'm hyped for it. Let me know, chat, if you guys like or dislike camping, and if so, maybe some of your fun stories, and I'll comment on them in the comments. And please show some love to Haminations by subscribing to his channel and chat. You know the deal. We're trying to get to 250,000 subs. So if you haven't yet joined the Sauce Gang, stop playing around. Please smash that subscribe and like button. It's absolutely free and it greatly helps the channel. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and remember, it's Eat, Sleeping, McBeats, and there's usually coming another. That's all I got. Got my love for the Sauce Gang. Peace out, chat, boy.